Hey Andy,
Hey, Andres.
how are you?
I'm okay, man. Can you hear me okay?
Nice to meet you. Yeah, I hear you perfect.
Cool. So, um, we've got about 20 to 30 minutes. So, over to you.
Thanks, Andy. Well, one of the topics that I was thinking that we could talk on this meet is that uh, I feel a lot of well, one of the source of my anxiety is a professional in this world with so much capitalist and so much like I have several point of view that I try to align with my values. And sometimes my values are against myself when I go to the world to try to find the day-to-day income. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Well, you're
some
saying that as who you are, it's hard to fit that into the existing capitalist system. And on a day by day, you're having to go, this doesn't quite fit me, or maybe I can make it work.
yeah, it's exactly that. Is what I'm gonna do to have a good life like that depends on money that is not against my own values. I have a moment where I was working in Venezuela in a company where I manage people, I hire, I like fire people. I was in the middle of all this, and when I went to the board and I speak with the CEO and the other manager about the decisions, I felt very trouble because some decisions were merely capital, like very based on capital. But also, I understand both point of view because if without the capital we cannot exist as a business because this is not an ONG, like we are
Yeah.
don't give things for free. But
Well,
at the same time,
you're able to be in those meetings knowing how you would respond and how you feel, but all you can see is the mechanisms of a capitalist business operating.
exactly. That's something that for me right now I'm not managing any business, but that was my first encounter with be in the other side of the coin because I all my time I've been worker like labor work like
Mm.
bartender, work in construction, work in different jobs that was not managing people. But this is my first side or my first moment on this, and I was like I want to I want to be better, do better for having best say cooperative. I was learning a lot about cooperatives. I want to read as well about Marxist communism, different topics that could align with what I want to do on the world
Yeah,
because I really feel the and I don't know. I also think I have to work on this, but I really feel a necessity or an anxiety of give back all the I call the good look that I've been having on my life, my day to day. I feel that I'm a very lucky guy. I came from a very complex city, a very complex situation.
yeah.
But even knowing all the complexity of my situation, I always knew people who was way worse and look at me like a privileged guy
Sure.
because
You're saying
at
like
the end I
I know I've had it good, and I think I can go into a place or position where I can give some of that back.
exactly, and more in I thought more in Venezuela mainly. Like I want to give all the good look or the good desires of all everything that I received from my country and from the world in Venezuela particularly.
Yes.
But
In that sense, you're wanting to feed it back, like make it into a cycle.
eh, exactly, and that give me like one way I feel anxious of not being doing as well as I expect of myself because I put high expectation of myself in a workplace in my relationship in all the stuff,
Yeah.
and at the same time I have all these encounters with the reality and some things that I have high expectations, but at the end the things are not as I thought or as I think that I could create. And yeah, like
Yeah.
main
You've got those pressures for yourself, as well as trying to live out certain values in life and coming up against business environments where you're going, I can't quite make it how I want it.
yeah in right now the most. particular thing that I'm thinking is like the project that I'm working is a project that I like. I work as a SDR, like self development representative, in a company who sells a platform of conversational a conversational platform that automate channels like WhatsApp.
Mhm.
And I feel not like particularly, oh, I love this. This is the kind of project that I want to work all my life. I really feel that I'm doing a change in the world with this, that I'm doing, waking all days trying to be better. As I feel when I was working in Venezuela with a small company earning like $203, $3,300 per month. I was not doing any money, but I felt the impact that I have because I hire people that doesn't have any job or any income, and
Yeah.
I changed their life just for by giving them a job.
In
I
the
felt
job in
motivated
Venezuela, you could
in Venezuela.
feel it, and it was making an impact.
Exactly. And now it's making an impact for me because I have to say that I'm way better than I was a few years ago economically.
Yes.
But even like I feel that that is first is not enough for my expectation that I have. I want to have a house. I want to build a household. Like, all this stuff are very expensive, and with the income that I have right now is not even thinkable. And also, I don't feel this touch or this impact that I was doing before.
Yeah.
So I aim to make more money, and doing more money is work with a company which I don't know the values, I don't know the projects that I could work. I was talking with a friend who have an open position in a company, and I tried to enter in the company, but even the project that they were having was like seamless, like just marketing, sales, ads, thing that I don't like marketing. I don't like
Yeah.
all the
It didn't move you at all. It didn't do anything for you.
did do anything for me, and I was just thinking about the money. Like that's what's the reality. I like a little bit more my actual project that I'm working right now, but I'm not having enough income, so I want to move for another project. But the other project that I saw was even worse. So I just think like, okay, I cannot do right now something that is like in Venezuela where I do an impact or doing growing something big. So I have to focus on making money for having the opportunity of doing that impact in another moment.
Yeah. It's like
And at the same time, I encounter,
go on.
yeah, I have the in the face of the encounter that the projects that will make me make more money will be things that are not aligned with my values. I could do, I don't know, cryptocurrencies or whatever scam that you could find out there, and I could be good at it, but it's something that is completely against my values. So I try to find a middle point between my values, how I want to live the life, at the projects that I work on it.
Yes, you've got that baseline of what you did in Venezuela, and you're saying that's what I want. I want to do that, but just with more money, and trying to find something that lands in between that is sort of really rubbing against you and going, well, that really doesn't align with my values, even if I can do it.
Exactly. That's what I try to draw a line and say, okay, or where is the point, or how I could feel comfortable working in whatever job, because at the end, I don't feel that your job is exactly the only thing that make you like feel alive or make you find purpose on life. Like it's something that you do all days and bring your income, and could be something that is a passion for you, or could be something that is great for you, but it's not like a necessity. Or I don't find that that have to be the necessity. I think that you could find a job that give your bread on the put bread on the table,
Yeah.
and find a side project or a side thing that make you feel.
For you, you can say, well, the job has a function. It serves me, it provides me with stuff that I then get to choose what to do with it.
Exactly, exactly. I think that a lot when I'm trying to search for a new job, and also things like I feel a little bit part of the project that I am right now. So when I try to think if I'm gonna look for another job, I feel a little bit guilty, like, I'm not doing bad. Like it's the first time in my life that I have a remote job that I could like have some freedom, and I don't have a bad income like itself, but it's not enough on this world. Like sadly, Europe and, well, no, it's not Europe. Like all the countries suffer this, where people, average people, cannot buy a house or having the opportunity of build their own places just because the lack of money or the lack of freedom of choosing.
Yeah, yeah. You sort of take your privilege and you say, I know I'm privileged, I know I've got it good, but also trying to make a choice where it fits your values and you can live that out in a difficult environment.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Trying to like I say, draw the line where I feel comfortable of doing. Like I talked with my partner, and she said something that for me was appealing in that moment. I find some joy on it or some understanding
Mm.
about that you could do something that is not against your values, but maybe do something that is not directly against your values. Maybe you don't love it, but if it's not something that is against your values or something that you don't believe or that is good or bring anything to the society, I don't know, like selling guns on drugs or something like that, that you see that, okay, this is completely against my values, I cannot do that. But I could find other stuff that are not the biggest thing for me, like these conversational apps or this stuff that I don't see like I'm making an impact on the world. But at the same time, I'm doing my day-to-day income, like have the freedom, like that give me the possibility of having the life that I have right now. So that's the other way that I put on it. So
Yeah.
I feel eager when I want to find a new job for this situation that I feel like a little bit balanced with my job, with my job right now.
Mm.
But at the same time I have these necessities or this thing that happens all the time, like my dog broke his knees, and I need to pay for another stuff, and just the surgery is exactly the amount of money that I save for all year. So I was like, I work all year on this job for making savings that is gonna blow in just one surgery.
Yeah, well, trying to live a life of values and then suddenly going, actually, there's practical aspects here where I just need to pay for the surgery.
Exactly. That is practical aspects, like, and I already live this once with my when my father gets sick. I have that situation. My father passed away because of sickness in Venezuela, and like I didn't have the income in that moment for helping him. And when I adopt my dog was one of the mainly things. So I try to separate myself about the necessity of having money or pursuing money as the end goal, because I could tell you I have in my room when I have 16 years old, uh, in the door I have a script that say I will become millionaire or more by 2026. I read a book about how to be a millionaire, and that you have to propose yourself and you have to, and I was super into it. I was like, yeah, I have to work hard, I have to make more money, and like my main goal was to make money, like be rich. Time, experience, and life change that perspective way more, and now my main goal is to live a good life.
It's such a
uh
change from you at 16 only wanting to be a millionaire. Now you're a year away from that target date and you're saying, no, I want to live my life with purpose and goodness.
yeah, I think Socrates impact a lot on me,
Oh, yeah.
the philosophy, the Greek philosophy, because like the guy just, I want to live the life that I want. I'm following my values, and he even take the cicuta, the poison, for killing himself when the values were like when he have to choose about that. So I think those books like really impact me a lot on that way.
They really
So trying
shaped
to,
you.
yeah,
Really shaped you.
yeah, the way that I want to live my life.
Yeah.
But now what he creates, and is like a constant pain, is like asking you the question, what is the life that deserves to be living, like what kind of life do you want to live.
Yes.
um when I encounter this situation where I need to see if I'm gonna look for another job, or I'm gonna skip on this one, or what I'm gonna create a side project, or I find with all these alternatives or circumstances, and I go back again to see what is a good life for me, how much I'm gonna stand for my values, I'm gonna pursue money, I'm gonna pursue life freedom, what is
Yeah.
the
Well, you reach out and into the world and you say, there's this, 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 and this. and then you do the process of going, where does that fit within me? Can I still be me, choosing any of those options?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. I think it's a source of anxiety, like living in the world, and having all these situations where you have to solve, and like you are one of the many of the world that are in similar situation or even worse. So I don't feel particularly bad about myself,
Mm.
but at the same time, it's like how I deal with this in a way that fits with my values and the way that I want to live my life.
Yeah, because it's like, well, I need to make this next step. This is a problem I have to solve if I want to do this next step and move forwards in my life. And sure, other people might be doing something similar, but this has got to work for me.
Exactly, exactly, and I'm trying to doing all this inside, like my internal job of trying to choose consciously and not just reactive to what I want to do. Like it's not, oh, I have this problem, so I need more money, so I'm gonna just I pursue this as a crazy guy.
Yeah, I
I
hear
try
that,
to,
Andres, that you don't want it to be like a compulsion or reaction, that you want
yeah,
to be considered and checking it with yourself, really taking your time, even if you're also saying, well, it's a necessity, I do need money, but actually, let me take a moment.
yeah. I feel that that is very helpful because at the end l- we never will have all that we want. Like that is
Mm.
something that is logical. Like if you live a few years in this life, you will understand that you could not have everything. Like at the end, you have to sacrifice certain stuff. Like I
Just
could,
a fact.
yeah, it's fact, like as simple as that. I could like try have two more jobs. I have friends who have like even four remote jobs where they lie to all the companies and they work for different jobs at the same time,
Ah,
and they make way more income than me. But I think that is not aligned with my values, not even because I lie to the companies that I not particularly care. Is I'm gonna be all the time work stress, like lying to people, because at the end you are gonna be a liar, and that's gonna be like super, gonna take something inside of me, gonna poison my soul. I feel,
If
and
you did those four jobs, you'd really feel it in such a negative way, you'd probably have to stop immediately.
exactly, I have friends who find jobs as a position lesser than they are. Like I don't know. Imagine they are senior in development, the senior development, and they find positions where there are junior developments and work 3 months, don't do anything, receive the payment, and then get fired. And that's the kind of do that they do. Like they have a senior development job, and they find different jobs where they work just 3 months, don't do too much, and then get fired because that is how the process works.
That's how they do
And
it.
I and you say that that is not moral, but at the end, like companies are not moral either. Like you, if you think in a very capitalistic way,
Hmm.
in the capital is not moral. Is profit or not profit that make money or don't make money.
That
As simple as
you're
that.
saying the workers choosing these options and doing the four jobs, it isn't even a case of morals or ethics. They're just using the same system against the system.
Exactly, exactly. But at the same time, it's just exactly that kind of things that make me feel like, okay, that is not my values. Like, I cannot do that because I know that I'm gonna feel bad with my soul. I'm gonna feel like, oh, I'm lying to people. I'm doing something that is not aligned with myself. And even knowing that companies doesn't have any moral, I have a moral.
Yeah.
So the problem is like how to align your moral with this day-to-day life, and choose the things that are not poisoning my soul.
Yeah, it's not an option for you to put yourself aside and just fight fire with fire.
Exactly. Exactly. It's not. Yeah. Exactly. It's not an option for me. Just fire with fire, because at the end, you get burned. As simple as that. You get burned.
Yeah, you
Uh,
the pain of that. Yeah.
I I think that's one of the biggest source of anxiety that I have is the money topic, because at the end it's something that I don't want to give too much my energy
Mm.
thinking about money or what I want or buying stuff or this kind of stuff, because at the end I know that the money don't buy happiness. I came from a family from a relative rich family in a point where but we get into disgrace. I also say like we were up and then down, and I knew what is living with what is having all the luxury and all the stuff,
Yeah.
but I knew my father and he was not never a happy guy.
You
Like
saw
he works
that
all day.
even having all of the luxury didn't make him happy.
Yeah, didn't make him happy. And I know several friends who have all the money of the world and they are as unhappy that they could be. Like they are feel bad, and because I think they prioritize the money over the people. And I want to prioritize people over the money, but sometimes in this life you cannot.
Yeah, you're trying not to make the same mistakes, but it's a tough choice sometimes.
It's exactly that. It's a tough choice, because when my dog gets sick, I just thought finding a new job, having two jobs, like having effort way more, and then I put feet on the ground and say like, okay, but this is gonna really solve my problems from one day to another. I don't think so, and also I don't think this will be. I don't want to sacrifice my energy and time for money, just for money.
Yeah,
Even that,
I hear how important it is to say, well, if I'm giving my life, my energy, and my time to something, it's got to matter. I want to choose it.
exactly, exactly. I want to choose exactly. I want to choose and choose from a from like consciency, like having the facts in my head, in my
Mhm.
eyes.
Like awareness.
Exactly. Sorry, I have a call and I have to say, give me 10 minutes. Uh, yeah, like that's the main thing. I'm been working on be a better version of myself
Mhm.
each day, and having all these like stimulus or like stimulations, yeah, like things that happen in my day to day that put me away of my path, because at the end when I be conscious and I realize what I have and what kind of life I'm living. I am living the perfect life. I'm living a dream. Like I was dreaming about this several years ago.
Yeah,
Like, and I see my notes. I see what I write before, and I was super grateful, like grateful of having nothing, but I was healthy, and was with hope that I could achieve all the things that I proposed to myself. And now that I'm achieving all those things, new things are coming up, and it's like, okay, this thing happened, and now you want this, and now and you it's a constant, push forward. But
is always the next
yeah,
thing.
it's always the next thing until it's not anything and you die.
That is the end. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, Andy. I think it's very, very important, like connect with what you really, really want, and mm, understand what are your values and
Well,
where you stand for.
I hear that, Andrews, in anything you do in life, it's like you get home at the end of the day and you go, did that match me? Am I living the life I want? And do I need to adjust that in some way?
Yeah, exactly. And it's difficult to question yourself so often, because that's also the another like source of anxiety, like questioning myself, like
Yeah.
because I feel good, but then I say, I really feel good.
Do I
Are
feel?
you sure of it? Yeah. And then all these questions came to all this line of thought, all these narrative stories that my head could create, because of course, like have a ADHD brain that goes all over the place, like creating fake scenarios on my head and like putting me in situation that I have to solve death of life situation that never arrive. And uh, yeah, it's just external. Like, for example, the dog with the leg.
Hmm.
At the end, I don't have to make a surgery tomorrow. So it was 2 weeks stress. Oh, how I'm gonna find the money? I have to ask money. I have all the situation. And then when I go to the bed, that they say like, yeah, it's important to have a surgery, but maybe not right now. So you don't have to be so quick about it. So it's like exactly that. Maybe I not don't even need to find a surgery money for the dog, and I was already planning on having 3 jobs. So
Already down the line, yes.
yeah, because my mind works for find safetyness. I create scenarios super complicated, and I figured out how to solve those complicated scenarios that
Yeah.
never arrive, and I just get with the anxiety of having to solve all that fake story that happened in my head.
Yes, even though it's all in your head, you still feel all of the anxiety of living through that.
Exactly. Exactly. That's the main stuff that happened at the end with all the particular areas of my life, like
Yeah.
professional relationships,
Yeah.
like
You'll think of
taking care of.
scenarios for all of those.
Exactly. And I go ahead, I way ahead,
Mm.
and sometimes it's good because I feel prepared,
Mm.
and that gives me the safety. But at the end, take me a lot of energy, and I don't know if are worth of that.
Well, sometimes you go, oh, actually, that was worth it. I was ready for that. But other times you might say, I've wasted so much time and energy and none of it happened.
Exactly, exactly like that.
Hmm.
I feel that that's exactly what happened in my brain when I put so much effort on something.
Yeah.
But at the end, it's like to align those values, asking the questions all day. It's like, this is the life that I want to live. What I could do today better than I didn't. How like because at the end that is another topic, but all the time trying to be the better version of yourself also is a little bit pushy, because
That each day you're saying, I need to improve, I need to improve. And you feel that pressure.
yeah, and I feel that pressure as well. When I don't have energy to improve, when I just want to be, I don't want to do anything today.
Yeah.
I feel a part of me say, yeah, but you should. Yeah, but
Yeah.
you could be doing your side project. You could be doing this other stuff. You could be
Yeah. There's plenty you could be doing. Come on. No time to relax.
exactly,
Hmm.
exactly. Yeah, and it's important to find those moments and to align myself with my values, and understanding that I'm just a person, like anyone else,
I'm only
after
human.
the merely a human.
Yeah. Oh, oh, are we okay to stop there, Andres?
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah, yeah. I know. I saw the time. I was trying to also help you a little bit with the conclusion, because I think we have a really good talk.
Perfect. Thank you. I'm glad you liked it. And thanks for your time today.
Thank you for your time, Andy. I like very much the conversation.
Good to hear, man. I'll see you later.
For sure.
Bye bye.
Pleasure.